In a world obsessed with celebrity, one man managed to remain almost invisible for nearly 6 decades while married to one of the most recognizable faces on the planet. On March 3, 2025, Carl Dean, the enigmatic husband of country music legend Dolly Parton, passed away at the age of 82. His death didn't just mark the end of one of music's most enduring marriages. It pulled back the curtain on a love story so private, so genuine, that it challenges everything we thought we knew about fame, loyalty, and what it means to truly support someone you love. The story of Dolly and Carl begins like something out of a country song. It was outside a laundromat in Nashville when their paths crossed. Dolly was just 18, a small-town girl with big dreams. And Carl was 21, a quiet businessman who would soon own an asphalt paving company. There was something immediate between them, a connection that would weather nearly 6 decades of fame, fortune, and the relentless spotlight that followed Dolly everywhere she went. 2 years after that chance meeting, they married in a ceremony so private it included only Dolly's mother and the officiant as witnesses. They drove across the state line to Ringgold, Georgia, exchanging vows far from prying eyes, setting the tone for a marriage that would remain fiercely protected from public scrutiny. As Dolly's star rose, from country singer to global icon, businesswoman to philanthropist, Carl remained steadfastly in the background. So removed was he from her public life that rumors swirled questioning whether he even existed. Some speculated he was a fictional creation, a convenient excuse for Dolly to maintain her larger-than-life persona without the complications of a real relationship. But Carl Dean was very real, and while the world rarely saw him, his influence shaped every aspect of Dolly's life and career. He created a sanctuary away from the chaos of fame, a normal life that kept her grounded when everything around her was spinning into fantasy. When Dolly stepped off stage, shed the wigs and rhinestones, she returned to a man who loved her for who she was beneath the glitter. "He's like a security blanket," Dolly once said, "something real and solid in my life when everything else may be changeable." What we're learning now in the wake of his passing is that Carl's influence extended far beyond their private relationship. The tributes that have poured in since his death paint a picture of a man whose quiet wisdom and unflinching integrity touched countless lives in the entertainment industry. Country legend Loretta Lynn shared how in the early days, when female performers faced very real dangers on the road, Carl would sometimes drive them to shows, ensuring their safety without fanfare or recognition. Chesney recalled conversations with Carl about maintaining one's sense of self amid the temptations and distortions of fame. Simple, straightforward advice that helped shape his approach to his career. Even Hollywood royalty, like Jane Fonda, spoke of Carl's grounded nature, recalling meals shared where his complete disregard for status and celebrity created a rare space of authenticity. In an industry built on image and perception, Carl Dean remained stubbornly, refreshingly real. Following Carl's passing, Dolly planned a funeral that reflected the life they had built together, intimate, meaningful, and completely private. The ceremony took place in a small white chapel on their Nashville property. The space was decorated with wildflowers that Carl had picked for Dolly throughout their marriage, a tradition that spoke volumes about the small gestures that sustained their relationship. During the service, Dolly read excerpts from love letters Carl had written over the years, offering glimpses into a relationship that flourished away from public view. She concluded her tribute by performing "If You Hadn't Been There," a song she wrote specifically for Carl that was released shortly after his death, a final public acknowledgement of the man who had spent his life avoiding the spotlight. What's becoming clear is that Carl Dean wasn't just a supporting character in Dolly Parton's story. He was her protector, confidant, and a quiet force who kept her grounded through the storms of celebrity. Stories from family and close friends reveal that Carl took on the role of silent guardian, shielding Dolly from the darker aspects of the entertainment industry. He made difficult choices to ensure her safety and well-being, often at personal cost. While Dolly charmed the world with her talent and personality, Carl worked behind the scenes to create a space where she could simply be herself. His impact was felt not just by Dolly but by others in the music industry who admired his ability to offer wisdom and calm during turbulent times. Their marriage wasn't just one of convenience or arrangement, it was built on deep trust, mutual respect, and a commitment to living life on their own terms. Dolly often spoke of their simple moments together, sitting on the porch swing, having quiet dinners after her long tours, driving through the Tennessee countryside on Sunday afternoons. Despite the extraordinary circumstances of their lives, they created ordinary moments that sustained them. Perhaps the most surprising revelation after Carl's passing was the discovery of his private journal, a collection of memories and stories documenting their life together. This journal revealed moments when Carl intervened to protect Dolly from the dangers of fame and times when he chose to remain in the background so she could shine. Not intended for public consumption, the journal stands as a personal love letter to Dolly, capturing the sacrifices he made out of love for her. It adds another dimension to Carl's already remarkable legacy, illuminating the depths of his devotion to the woman who captured his heart at that Nashville laundromat so many years ago. In the weeks following his death, Dolly shared that Carl had recorded a personal message for her before his health declined. In this final communication, he expressed his love and gratitude for their life together, reminding her of the quiet simplicity they had maintained away from public scrutiny. He assured her that, given the chance, he would choose the same life with her all over again. This message, played at his memorial service, left attendees in tears as they heard Carl's voice one last time, a final expression of a love that had endured the test of time and fame. As Dolly reflects on Carl's legacy, she speaks of the lessons he taught her throughout their marriage, the importance of loyalty, privacy, and staying true to yourself, regardless of external pressures. For Dolly, Carl wasn't just her husband. He was her life partner, her protector, her best friend. His death has left an irreplaceable void in her life, but his influence continues to guide her. In her statement following his passing, Dolly expressed her gratitude for the support she's received, saying simply that Carl was now in God's arms and that she would always love him. In releasing If You Hadn't Been There, she has given fans a glimpse into the depth of their bond, a song that captures the essence of their journey together. The story of Carl Dean and Dolly Parton reminds us that behind every great person often stands someone equally remarkable. Someone who may not seek the spotlight, but whose quiet strength makes it possible for others to shine. Carl chose a different kind of greatness, not measured in fame or fortune, but in unwavering support, uncompromising integrity, and unconditional love. In an age where privacy seems increasingly impossible and relationships are curated for public consumption, Carl and Dolly created something rare and precious, a sanctuary of authenticity in a world of carefully constructed images. Their love story wasn't played out for ratings or headlines. It was lived quietly, genuinely, day by day for nearly 60 years. As we remember Carl Dean, we're reminded that true love doesn't need an audience. Sometimes the greatest love stories are the ones we never see until they're gone. Remember to subscribe and share this video if you found it meaningful. In a world that celebrates the loudest voices, sometimes it's worth listening for the quiet ones. They might just have the most important things to say. Thank you for joining us in remembering the remarkable life of Carl Dean, the man who stood beside a legend while creating his own extraordinary legacy of love.